So I just modified Dawkins's quotation. This his saying that I think it's important to realize, Dawkins, that when two opposite points of view, or I modified, when two or more religions are expressed, or religious doctrines are expressed with equal intensity, the truth does not, I modify, the truth is not necessarily that they are all wrong. It is simply possible that one of them is right and the others are wrong. Of course, once there are two religions that claim that they have, that theirs is the only true God, there is some contradiction and they cannot both be right. But it simply doesn't follow that they're both wrong. It can be the case that one of them, if you have just two, that one of them is wrong and the other is right. You cannot. So this is the flaw in the many religions objection against Pascal's wager. It is not sound. So what do we do with Pascal's wager? Because I don't want to believe in God either. And no, sorry. Pascal's wager is not wrong because I don't want to believe in God. Pascal's wager is simply wrong on other grounds, and this makes me remain an atheist. This is the correct way of saying it. So a first remark. Now, my own objection against Pascal's wager. Unfortunately, it doesn't kill Pascal's wager, but it is one of the flaws that it has. I go to the original formulation of it. So Wikipedia has the original formulation, as I guess I said it, yeah. And there you should watch one point, because Pascal's wager presupposes something it intends to show. So Pascal's wager is in a way at one point question begging, because assume you bet. Assume you bet that God exists, and then he says, if you gain, you gain all. If you lose nothing. And at the end what does that mean? If you lose nothing, if you devote your life to religion, and so in a way lose your earthly life, your fun, your joy here. Pascal, it's clear that within Pascal's Jansenist doctrine, religion means something of a sacrifice, of sacrificing your way of living. So if you lose nothing. But this refers to your earthly life. This refers to your earthly lives being finite. But there is a problem. It is only nothing. This earthly life only becomes nothing in relation to the infinity of the afterlife. But you simply cannot assume that this afterlife will be infinite, because it will only be infinite in case God exists. So Pascal stresses that what you stake in that wager, in that bet, is finite, and you may gain an infinity of lives after you die, if you believe in God and God exists. But if you lose nothing is only valid in case God exists. Of course, mathematically, a finite thing in relation to infinity is nothing. But in case God does not exist and there is no infinite afterlife, whether you believe or not, whether you believe in God or not, then you don't lose nothing, but in that case you lose everything you have. You lose all. You lose your earthly life. So this is an objection to Pascal's wager that I would say is, as opposed to all the other objections, a valid one, but still, unfortunately, it does not kill the argument, because still, even if the cost is high, and if you lose you lose in a way everything, if God does not if you bet on God's existence, give up your joyful life, and devote yourself to God, then you may lose your one and only life. But still, there is an infinity of an infinite afterlife to expect, and this still defeats choosing your one and only life. But so for the other objection, I will have to show some calculations and decision matrices. So I will have to in the other video I had to look natural for a few moments, but now I even have to remove my face altogether. But I will comfort you. You will still be hearing my voice. So I will explain to you the argument, the valid objection defeating Pascal's wager in a moment.